Hey there, it's Aaron, and it is 11:16 p.m. on October 14th, 2015, and thought I'd make a video because I've gotten a lot since the last time I made a video. October 3rd, so about a week or two ago, I was lucky enough to go to the All Things That Rock Fest in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia, with my uncle. And I heard about it on the classic rock radio station. And what it was basically was a fest, a whole show. I mean, not like a performance, but of people, their vendors with their vinyl collections, CDs, 8-tracks, cassette tapes, and any other rock merchandise like T-shirts, posters. It's all there for a weekend, so for Saturday and Sunday, so the 3rd and the 4th. And along with that, you get to meet some of your favorite musicians. Alright, so there are two things here that I want to show from the All Things That Rock Fest. The people I met, well, I want to show the things I got signed, and the things that I got there, all of which my uncle paid for. Alright, the first person I met there, he was there we got there pretty early. My uncle bought us VIP passes, which means you can go the first in line if, if there's a long line. If you're there early, they'll jump you right there in the line if, if you want to see, you want to get something signed by a musician or something like that. So, but we didn't really need, but we got in an hour or two early, like 8 or 9 in the morning, and one of the first people there was Frankie Banali from Quiet Riot, and he signed a couple things for me here. I had him sign my vinyl copy of Metal Health. He signed it the front and back there. And my uncle sort of insisted on me getting this too. They were all offering things. You can have this signed, that signed. If you have something of your own you want signed, you can have that signed. In that case, the vinyl. You get a picture, I don't think a postcard. A picture, something else. So my uncle insisted that I get a drumhead signed by him. So there's that. And yeah, I got a picture with him too. I will post the pictures at the end of the video for all of you to see. So I got a picture with him, and the cool thing about seeing Frankie was I am Facebook friends with him, which, I mean, for him, some people just use their, an actual Facebook profile to promote themselves instead of using a Facebook page, so that's what he does. And I think he actually makes the posts himself, so, and when I told my uncle, that I had a little bit of contact with Frankie before, we went right up there, and my uncle mentioned, talk to him on Facebook. And Frankie knew who I was then. And, oh, thank you for all the nice comments you've been posting. So that was cool that Frankie remembered me. Alright, next I met Lita Ford. I did not have anything of hers on hard copy. The only things that I have are the first 2 Runaways albums, but I got them from the hard drive of my college radio station. I think the station manager bought them because she got them from Amazon's MP3 store because she's a fan of the Runaways. So what I did, we just picked whatever she was offering. I picked out this. This is her last studio album, Living Like a Runaway, and she signed it there. And she signed the poster that was here too. Alright, if you can't read that, it says, "To Aaron, Kiss Me Deadly." Now, the thing I can appreciate about Lita is that before she signed my my stuff here, she asked me she said. Okay, what's your name? Aaron. Aaron. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot count how many times people have spelled my name with either 2 R's, 1 A, or completely another way. But here's Lita Ford asking me, Aaron. The last person I met took a while for him to get over there. We had to actually use our VIP passes to get in front because he was running late. And I'm talking about Ace Frehley from KISS. So I think it's easy to say that he had the most people there waiting for him. And they were selling a bunch of things of his, but I brought my vinyl copy of his 1978 solo album when KISS all released solo albums. So there's it. I appreciate he had like Sharpies in every color, and I can appreciate that he chose a silver there. So signed it there. It was Frehley. I got a picture too. I had to wait a day with his management. They put up the pictures 24 hours after the event. So yeah, really great. Have all those things signed. Also there was, I didn't get to meet them, but there was also Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, obviously, and Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses. I did not have anything signed by them. I did have Tarkus on vinyl with me, in case I did get it signed, but I didn't. But after we saw Ace, I just said, my uncle and I agreed that, yeah, let's just go. And I'm very fortunate to have met Frankie, Lita, and Ace. So there's that. All right. Now I'm going to get into the vinyl that I was able to get there from different sellers, mind you. Again, Uncle paid for all of this. I'm forever grateful. So just going alphabetical order here, like I always do. Let's start off with this. Beatles, Sgt. Pepper. Black Sabbath, their debut album. I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean. I know what excellent condition means, but very confusing message here that says this is it. Okay. Michael Jackson reference. I don't get it. Alice Cooper, love it to death. I have this from iTunes, and everything that I get from iTunes goes on CDR, so it's nice to have a copy of it that I can hold. Doors, Morrison Hotel. Now, in me getting this, I have all the Doors studio albums on vinyl, except one, Strange Days. Now, I'm also including the 2 they did without Jim, Other Voices and Full Circle, and I'm not including An American Prayer. I don't even know if I want that on vinyl, because I'm not a big fan of that album. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. This is a cool copy of it. It's a Japanese pressing. So I think that means it has some high quality sound. I didn't think it sounded too high quality, but it's cool to have because look at the liner notes. Pink Floyd, The Wall. Great copy. The Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. And last but not least, Frank Zappa, Hot Rats. This was surprisingly cheap. I will share the price of this one. It says $12 on it, but the guy was doing half off, so he said, okay, that's $5. Okay, I thought half of 12 was 6. Cool. And I was a bit afraid that I looked at it and it had some scratches and scuffs on it, and I thought, but this is pretty cheap. What if it sounds like trash? But I put it on the turntable, it sounds fantastic. So, yeah, and this is the original mix. Alright, and that's all the things I got from the All Things That Rock Fest. In terms of other vinyls or whatever, I do have a bit of sad news for me. I have a bit of bad news. There is a store, or they have a bunch of stores around here called Tunes, and the one that was closest to me, the one I kept going to, they closed. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I had some people telling me already that, well, they weren't the best of the tune stores, but I liked it because of the convenience, because it was only, 5 or less than 10 minutes away from me. And the other closest one is by some 20 minutes away from me, close to where my mom goes to church, which, so, the weird thing that was happening was that I kept going over. I went there once, and it said Tunes will be closed today. So then I go back a couple of days later, and it says Tunes will be closed today. So then I go the day after I came back from the All Things at Rock. I went over there, and there was this note on the door, and it just said they were closed, and that but we look forward to seeing you at our other locations. Thanks for 19 years. Oh, I was upset. I was upset. But I'm grateful that there are still some record stores around. If I have to go another 20 minutes to the other tunes, so be it. The route that my mom takes from our house to church, I have it memorized. I mean, after, over 15 years. So I can drive there myself, so it's cool. I can drive to all the record stores myself. I mean, just not the ones, that are too far away. But, yeah, I'm grateful there. The only thing about the other chains is that they're a little bit on the pricey side, but I've been able to get some nice things there. And I do have some things to show. This is what I've gotten at Tunes. Okay, first, the day after I came back from the All Things at Rock, that would be a Sunday, I got this. The Who, Sell Out. Vinyl. Now I'm trying to get more stock too. I'm only getting things if they're on a list. If it's not on the list that I have in my wallet, don't get it, even if I want it. Just this last weekend, I got this. Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. I got a lot of great stock at the last time I went to Tunes. And I was thinking about keeping either this or Cream. This one I like more. So I've gotten a few CDs. There was one other one I got from Tunes. This was I would call this a steal. I was looking through all the CDs, and then I saw that there was one that was sort of out of place. I can't remember. I was looking in the XYZ section, and I found this. Pink Floyd, the early singles. Now this is a CD that came with the 1992 box set Shine On, which is an interesting box set because it doesn't have everything that Pink Floyd has released, but the best of the albums that Pink Floyd has released. It doesn't have all 14 of their albums, it has 8 or 7 or something like that. And, I mean, it's sort of dated. I mean, there's some goodies that come with it, but they're sort of a collector's item now. But this is a disc that only came with that box set. These are singles that were never on any album, with the exception of The Scarecrow. I think that one's was a different mix from the one that was on Piper at the Gates of Dawn. But, yeah. That and 9 other tracks that were released as singles. And Pink Floyd weren't really a singles band because all the singles that they released, didn't do so well. So they just stuck to making 20-minute pieces, and they're one of the bands that fall under the category of we don't release singles, our record company does, sort of a thing. So, now this sells for pretty high prices online because it can only come with that box set. But if you get it separately, I mean, it's somewhere in the $12 to $20 to $30 range. But I got this for $4.99, so I consider that a steal. So nice to have. I got the next 2 installments in the Paul McCartney Archive collection, Tug of War and Pipes of Peace. There. Okay. I ordered them from Amazon, and yeah, they're pretty good. The thing to note about this one is that it's been remixed. I'm not a big fan of the remix. I think Paul's voice is too loud and it's too up front, and everything else is sort of buried underneath. The funny thing that happened with Amazon, when you pre-order something or when you do order something, they give you a free MP3 version of the album. When I pre-ordered this, it gave me the 1993 remaster. And comparing the two, yeah, I just prefer the original mix. So, and I put the 1993 mix I put here with my other. So, otherwise, I mean, for what it is, it's good. I mean, the remastering's good, but I just like the other mix. The second disc is okay. So, Pipes of Peace. The other copy I have of this is from 1989, and I never really liked Pipes of Peace. I thought it was, not a very good album. The first 4 songs are probably good, and then that's it. Everything else is just forgettable and terrible. The new remaster, I actually kind of like this now. A little bit more. It's weaker compared to Tug of War, but, I mean, the production on here, the remastering is fantastic on here. Even the songs that I don't like, there's one song on here that did get I think it was released as a single, and Paul did make a music video for it. So Bad. And it's just a really corny, it's a really corny song with Paul singing very, very high vocals, and it's just not easy to listen to. However, what makes it easy to listen to on this is that the bass and drums sound amazing. It's like most of the songs here I now have a new appreciation for, but then the ones I don't like, I still like hearing them because of the remastering. So it's a sort of a weird thing there. The bonus audio is okay. The most interesting thing here is the remix of Say Say Say, which has Michael Jackson singing some of Paul's verses. So that's pretty interesting. I got the new Wasp album. I got it from iTunes because I couldn't get the CD because a little bit pricey. So the new Wasp album is this is a hard one to pronounce. Golgotha, not Golgotha. Golgotha. It's their 15th album, their first since Babylon, which came out in 2009. I really like it. It's a good album, and yeah, it's religiously themed and whatnot, but Blackie Lawless still knows how to make great music, and I've seen that's been getting great reviews. So there's that. Can't really think of anything else that I got. I think that's about it. So yeah, this took me almost 30 minutes to do. So yeah, that's it for now. So thanks, and I'll see you all later.